Hi everybody, this is Crypto Rich, working with you to get rich with crypto, filling our pockets with crypto profits. I have with me Amir Ness, the CEO of Elevate Group .io. This is a Bitcoin mining farm in Siberia, and he is a former trader. And we're going to be looking at the Bitcoin price, plus the price of Cardano, a little bit of news about Bitcoin and what's happening, and Elevate Group, what's happening there, and also BitTube, and we may look at one or two other coins. Hello, Amir.
How are you, Rich?
Oh, really good, man. It's been a long, long time. We do these videos about once a month. We were doing them weekly when life was exciting in the world of Bitcoin, but now Bitcoin is so boring. It's so boring.
Yeah.
All right. Well, look, let's start with looking at Elevate Group. You are one of the co-founders of Elevate Group.
If you're working remotely, don't forget to connect to a VPN. NordVPN. Online security starts with a click.
So we are a mining farm based in Siberia. I kind of like to think of us as a co-op. We have investors who invest in buying their own miners, and then we manage it for them. Mining right now, we handle all the logistics, from the manufacturers, et cetera, and we just actually got getting a miner right now is very difficult out of China. So we have pre-owned, they're about 3 months old, totally refurbished, working well. The Bitmain S17 and the T17, and we have those in Siberia. So it only takes us a week to get them online. And that is the announcement for Elevate Group. Like, that's the big deal that's going on right now. Mining is in a bear market. It's tough right now. But we did the alpha miners, which were the used miners that we also got a hold of in the bear market, and everybody who bought those, ended up making some pretty good money. So yeah, buying in a bear market is not the easiest thing to do, but if you have the stomach for it, then we've got miners.
Right, and it is to buy when there's blood on the streets. And when it comes to mining, there is definitely blood on the streets right now.
Yes, that's true.
Now, that is because the Bitcoin price is so steady and stable. There's nothing exciting going on. It's low relative to the mining difficulty, right?
Yes. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, we've had the halving. Before the halving, this would have been great. But the mining difficulty has gone up because you're now getting 6.25 Bitcoins every 10 minutes instead of 12.5 Bitcoins.
Yeah.
12 minutes, which was the case before the halving.
Yeah.
Okay. And when the bull run does kick into full swing, which it will, what will happen to the price of mining rigs?
Oh, they'll go up. I mean, that's what everybody, it always works like that. As mining becomes more profitable, the manufacturers take up the price, and that's it.
And then you got more demand, people wanting to mine more as well. So
right.
Greater demand. And then you said it's difficult to get the miners out of China. Why is that?
I don't know what's going on. Logistics out of China is very difficult right now. I mean, I think it's the coronavirus, but I don't know.
Right.
It's not the easiest time to be working with China right now.
Okay. Which would mean that when the Bitcoin price does start to show up, it's going to be even harder to get the rigs.
Yeah. It's going to, exactly.
Okay. Well, let's have a look at the Bitcoin chart. This is Bitcoin on weekly coin market cap. I'm using CoinTrader with free charting things. And this is what I noticed, right? The volume is going down. We have a resistance around about $10,000, roughly. It did spike up, but it didn't stay. We've not had a weekly close above $10,000 since when, actually? Since September last year. Because even here, it came back down.
Yeah.
So it's been in this long-term, underneath this long-term resistance. And then support, we got this trend line here. And then also possible support around $8,000 here, where there's a lot of support, which was resistance here and support here. And it just keeps bouncing up and down this on the weekly. And I think what we're looking for is a big volume spike, a big spike in volume and a move up. Now, this is an ascending triangle that I've got here. And mostly these are bullish, but it could break down to the bearish side. Anything you want to say on this, or do you want to look on the daily chart?
No, I like to look at the daily chart. Yeah.
All right, let's have a look at the daily. And I need to redraw my lines and triangles here. So let me move this out. Ignore these ones. This one's okay because the volume is going down. All right, what can you see here, Captain?
I mean, like it could be bullish because you've got that triangle right there, and we're not breaking that to the downside, and I don't think we will with the halving and the fact that mining is basically not even profitable right now or barely profitable. So I mean, I'm very confident in Bitcoin in the long term. I believe it's going to go much, much higher. It's just a very boring period right now because it's just taking its time. And then that's a bull flag, with an ascending triangle. It is a positive sign, but how long it's going to take, who knows?
Now, I've heard some stuff about the July being a quiet month for Bitcoin, generally. Bearish or quiet, nothing exciting happened generally in July. So there could be that playing out.
Could be.
But what we do have is this consolidation period, a long consolidation period going back to, can't see this. Right, let me just move this out the way. About April, and towards the end of April. And my understanding is the longer the consolidation period, the less volatility there is, then the more bullish it tends to be.
Yeah.
Now, why is that?
Because it's like there's more energy building, more accumulation, more buyers coming in, and that's the theory behind it, basically.
Okay, and more people, and more people hodling because there's less and less Bitcoin being held on exchanges as well.
Yeah, that too. Yeah.
Okay, this is Cardano, and I don't know much about Cardano. I just know it's been around for a while, and when it first listed on CoinMarketCap, it was about just under 2 cents in October 2017, and it's had this very, very long base of building and building and building. And recently, it's just spiked up. And what I can see here, you got a double bottom here, Amir. It's a long-term double bottom. And I could also say maybe a cup and saucer almost, with a top. Cup and handle, sorry.
Yeah, you could be developing that. I think, was there news related to the rise in Cardano?
Don't know. But just looking from a TA point of view.
Yeah.
What can you see here?
Well, I mean, there isn't too much TA because it's just basically had a 300% run up. So that's not a technical, move. It's like it's broken out. Now let's see if it consolidates or if it comes right back down. If it consolidates, I think what's happening is that there's some sort of fundamental news, and I think it was something about that they can start staking now or something like that.
Right.
And at least that was one part of it. I mean, technically, the fact that this last shoot up, and then on the red candle they're buying it up still. You got a tail. That's like really bullish. So let's see what happens. Right.
Okay. So big spike in volume, big price move, and they're still buying. Still volume going on. Okay. So that's bullish. And this is touted as a competitor to Ethereum. Does everything Ethereum does and much, much better.
Yeah.
Okay, so we shall see. And I did get a little bit of Cardano. I don't have a lot. Between me and my wife, we bought some in June using Crypto.com's half price sale. And they have a 50% offer on Algo coming up next Tuesday. And I should be buying some Algo at 50% off. 50%, then it's like I'm making even more of a profit should I decide to sell, but I'll just hodl. And I got a link to my Crypto.com card. You got to use the code CryptoRich if you're interested in registering for that. Then the other one I want to have a look at with you is, not much to say about Electroneum. Not much to say other than they are building this really long base again here. And Richard recently gave an interview where he said that they're reaching out to universities as well. to look and see about universities using their proof of responsibility chain and being funded through Electroneum. So they are creating more and more use cases for people with Electroneum, but this doesn't look very good. This is a descending triangle, but the volume is going down. So this is actually bearish. Chances are this is bearish in the short term, but in the long term, could be very different. And then the other one is BitTube. Now, anybody who's watching this on YouTube, come over and watch my videos on BitTube, because I post on BitTube first. And this is because of YouTube censorship and shadow banning. I mean, I'm getting the same kind of views on YouTube that I'm getting on BitTube now. And that's not because BitTube is massively large. It's because YouTube's shadow banning.
Yeah.
It's really, really evil. It's really, really evil what they're doing, which is why I'm going over to BitTube, because there isn't the censorship. Now, BitTube, we got a very, very long base that's building. Lots and lots of consolidation. And they're about to launch all sorts of products and services. Like this whole ecosystem is just not a censorship-resistant vlogging platform. It's also a few other things. So one of the things, Amir, is they're building
what is their market cap, BitTube?
Let's have a look. All right, here we go. This is the BitTube on Coin Market Cap, and the total market cap is 3.2 million. Now, the maximum supply is 1 billion, except at the end of this month, they're announcing they're forking the coin. They're doing a hard fork, and the maximum supply is going to be reduced by 40% to 600 million. And they're launching a whole bunch of new products. So let's just.
Are they funded? I mean, how are they paying their employees and you know all that?
So, self-funded. The founder of the company, Saber, he runs a few other IT businesses, and he's funding BitTube from those other businesses. So they didn't do any sort of sale, ICO or raise or anything like that. They didn't do. There's no developers fund. They did a fair launch. Just released the code, started mining it. So that's one of the things I like about it. So it's not.
What exchange are they on?
Bittrex, TradeOgo, Livecoin, Crex24. And when I've spoken to Saber about the exchanges and about marketing, he says, well, we're not going to do anything until the products are rolled out, until everything's ready. And what they're creating is this ecosystem. So it's not just a vlogging platform. They're committed to censorship-resistant, decentralized platforms. And one of the things they're creating is what's called BitTube.social. So this is an alternative to Zoom and Skype, but it's completely decentralized, peer-to-peer, encrypted on a freemium model. So it'll be cheaper than Zoom, and people can pay with fiat or with tube coins.
That's great.
And you can use it for free as well. And if you want to upgrade, it'll be a freemium model. There's BitTube.video, which is completely decentralized, open source, using PeerTube's open source technology. BitTube.tv, which is where I post mostly, where I post first. Oh, BitTube Space, sorry, is the video conferencing platform. BitTube Cash, which is where they have all their information about their coin and how it can use, plus they're developing payment systems, and then information about their mobile apps and their desktop apps on BitTube app, which includes, I don't have it on Firefox, but I have it on Brave, but people can earn tube coins just for surfing the internet. Doesn't mean you have to go on BitTube, but just for surfing the internet, you can earn a little bit of tube coins. Okay. Yeah. So let me show you how it works, right? So this is the BitTube Airtime app that I'm clicking on.
What is that? Their wallet?
Yeah. So you can have a Qt wallet, your own wallet on your desktop, and you can also have this extension-based wallet. Now they've got a browser which works on Windows. They don't have a browser that works on Mac yet, which is why I'm still using the Brave browser. And this is my airtime earnings. So I have, since I've registered with BitTube, I've earned 1,000 tube coins ever since I started. And essentially, anytime I go on any website, so when I go on the Elevate website, or I go on Zero Hedge website, or any other website that I go on, it's counting how much time I'm spending on the internet and awarding me tube coins. So there's nothing for me to do. Absolutely nothing for me to do. I just collect the tube coins and I hold them in here. Then there's also a built-in VPN.
That's cool.
Which you can use and then there's a chart of the tube price. I have a referral link, and I can also link into my other wallets for which I have two-factor authentication, and it will show up that they're all held through this app securely. So that's how that works. Anything else you want to know about that?
No, that's it.
Okay. All right. Well, I'll have my link in the description below if you want to register, because then you get 5 extra tube and I get 5 extra tube. And I think at one price, the all-time high for the tube coin was 35 cents.
Yeah, I saw.
Yeah. So in the next bull run, I imagine it's going to be much, much higher, especially since, they're building out the ecosystem. Never mind what's going to happen when Bitcoin goes up to $100,000 and above.
Yeah, that's great.
So this is what they got. And when they announced their fork, they had this very recent spike in price. Anything you can see here, Amir? I can see this steady.
Yeah, it's hard. It's like, okay, it spiked up through resistance right there.
Yep.
And that red line, yeah. And now it's consolidating right where the resistance was, which is also bullish. So if that continues, that's great.
Yeah, like it's found another range just above 1270 sats.
Yeah.
12,700. Okay. All right. Well, look, I'm going to have links to everything that's relevant in the description below. And I do invite people to go check out BitTube and register for Tube so you get Tube coins while you're surfing the internet. And do check out Elevate Group. Go join the Telegram group. Amir, is there anything else you want to say before we finish up?
No.
All right. Amir, thank you so much. And between now and when I see you next, everybody, please keep filling your pockets with crypto profits. This is Crypto Rich and Crypto Amir signing out. All the best. Bye-bye.
Cheers.
Welcome to BetVERUS. The better you are, the more you earn. BetVERUS makes things interesting by allowing you to make a living just by playing your favorite games. You can make anywhere from 1% to 1,000% return depending on the difficulty.